If you've been following my channel for a while or have just looked through my videos, you've probably noticed that outside of racing games, I don't really cover that many sports games. Outside of the fact that we haven't gotten a Madden game on a handheld console since Madden 13 for the PlayStation Vita, I'm really not a big sports person. But I do have a little pleasure in the form of golf games, probably because golf is a sport I have actually played in real life. So much to the point that when I was leveling up in GTA Online when playing with a couple friends, my go-to way of getting experience in levels early on was the golf minigame. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot in terms of golf games on the Switch, not even a Mario golf game. As of a couple weeks ago, the 2K Sports Series actually did bring a golf game to the handheld world, something I didn't really know about until I saw a friend at work pre-order another version of it. Here is my review of PGA Tour 2K21 for the Nintendo Switch. When it comes to gameplay, this is a sports simulation game. As you go through each game mode, you'll be playing rounds of golf, be it against ghosts or other players. The first question I had when I started this up was whether or not it had all the features of the other console versions, and thankfully it does. It starts you out with a tutorial and being able to create your custom character, and then lets you dive into all of the different game modes. For single player, your biggest task will be career mode, allowing you to go through 4 different seasons against AI as you build up your skills. Though you've also got local ghost matches, training, which is a repeat of the tutorial, as well as a course builder, allowing you to modify a lot of environmental effects and create your own golf courses. And then with multiplayer, you can create local matches for people nearby or go online for matches or even entire seasons. Speaking of online play, let's talk about the online focused aspect of this game. Almost everything you can do in the game requires an internet connection, including the single player career mode. If you're playing career mode and you decide to go somewhere else or just lose your internet connection, instead of just pausing the game, it will completely boot you out of that career match and back to the main menu. This is a huge bummer because of the portability of the Switch. I always take my Switch with me on Saturday mornings when I go to work because I'm always there earlier than everyone else. Because of this online focus, I'm very limited in what I can do offline. To be more specific, when you're offline, all you can really do is the tutorial, the course builder, and ghost matches, the latter of which don't give you experience to progress in the game. Not to mention the fact that when you do go into airplane mode, the game gives you constant pop-ups during gameplay. Sometimes they're very frequent, where on my Switch Lite I swap into airplane mode and I get pop-ups every 10 or 15 seconds. They do eventually go away, but I would say it's at least a good 2 to 3 minutes of pop-ups before it gives up. Now we've talked enough about the online thing, so let's talk about the golfing itself, which is pretty complex. It does start out with typical features with using different kinds of clubs, along with weather and wind affecting what kind of angle you have to approach when hitting the ball. But it gets a lot more extensive in how all of those features work, along with more complex shots with spins, power shots, different kinds of wedges, and more. Honestly, all of the different features the tutorial gives you can be pretty overwhelming if you're not used to these types of games. Thankfully, there are a few different difficulty options to accommodate for your skill level, from the assisted beginner difficulty all the way up to the super realistic pro difficulty. Though I will admit the difficult gameplay along with the cinematic shot replays and the dialogue and commentary really do make for a pretty satisfying experience. The commenters aren't really that hard on you when you make a bad shot, but they really make those good shots feel that much better. And past that, we've got the course builder. You've got a ton of different environmental and other effects and sliders that you can manipulate. Now, how does this game stack up when you bring all of this together for content and length? Some of the career modes can take a fair amount of time, but going through all 4 of them probably won't take you more than about 10 to 12 hours, and this is a $60 game relying heavily on replaying stuff and doing multiplayer. Now let's get into presentation, which we have some stuff to talk about as well. As far as the visuals go, they look okay-ish. The golfer models do look pretty nice, but the environments are very low res and quite blurry the longer you look at them. When we get to performance, the game has extremely long load times, especially the initial one when you're first logging into the game, easily taking 2 to 3 minutes apiece. It's also worth noting that this longer load time is specific to handheld mode. Whenever I boot it in docked mode, it takes a lot less time. I don't really have anything to complain about regarding the frame rate, so now let's go into battery life. On the original model, PGA 2K21 has a battery range of 2 hours and 54 minutes up to 3 hours and 35 minutes. On the Nintendo Switch Lite, it has a range of 2 hours and 59 minutes up to 3 hours and 42 minutes. And on the V2 or Redbox 2019 model, it has a range of 4 hours and 8 minutes up to 5 hours and 20 minutes. Now, in conclusion, PGA brings golf to the Switch feature for feature with its other versions. Though on the downside, career mode being tied to being online at all times really brings down the portable experience along with the blurry environments and extremely long load times. If you want a good golfing experience on the go, this is definitely it, but not without some pretty big restraints if you like playing on the go. Reviews to Go rates PGA Tour 2K21 for the Nintendo Switch a 6.5 out of 10. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.